Hello there, I'm Rob Jennings from the Discalculia Network, and I'd like to talk today about numeracy assessments. They normally take place when a pupil is exhibiting maths difficulties over a sustained period of time. What are these maths difficulties? Well, they are just best considered as a spectrum of difficulties and not just a specific category, with dyscalculia at one end, and they can be differentiated from other maths issues by the severity of these difficulties. For example, a lack of number sense, the absence of any strategies used to compensate for a lack of recall, or simply difficulty understanding relative terms such as less than or more than, to name but a few. Why do we assess? They are generally undertaken as a response to concerns raised by parents, teachers, or the school Senko, or sometimes all three. The issues raised must be consistent over a sustained period of time, and the difficulties will remain despite any intervention put in place by the school. The purpose of an assessment is to provide an in-depth investigation of an individual's maths abilities. Some assessments provide us with a standardised score and percentile rank. This enables us to compare the pupil's performance with people of a similar age. We can generally reassess every 6 months so we can measure the effectiveness of any teaching intervention program put into place after the initial assessment. I would like to recommend a publication called the Discalculia Assessment by Jane Emerson and Patricia Babty. It provides us with all the tools needed to assess a pupil struggling with maths. It does this by providing clear guidelines and a recommended teaching plan. It also identifies specific numeracy problems, but doesn't diagnose a condition such as dyscalculia. It compiles what a pupil can do as well as what they can't do by providing lists of strengths and weaknesses. It encourages that the assessment takes place in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere where maths anxiety is kept to a minimum. It can also be used by all maths professionals, such as the maths teacher, the school Senko, specialist teacher, but also by the teaching assistants, where they have experience of working with pupils with low levels of numeracy. There are lots of different assessments available to use, but it's important to compile a detailed picture of the individual by making sure that the assessor makes detailed notes, not just of the answers given, but also of the strategies used. Are they using fingers for their calculation? Plus, we also need to know the pupil's overall knowledge and attitude towards maths. It's also important that any feedback is compiled from pupils, parents, teachers, the school Senko, to help us gain a better understanding of the background of any maths difficulties. Thank you for listening. This is Rob Jennings from the Discalculia Network.